Students, this video is going to show how to make an animated picture inside Desmos. What you're looking at here was created in Desmos, but I'm going to capture just this part so you won't even see the Desmos logo. This one was created using some parabolas. And what I want to show you is this same animation. The ghosts are actually going up and down along a parabola. The same equations, copied the file and just swapped out the ghosts for hearts and got this magician guy doing it. So at the heart of all of it was running is just a couple parabolas. In that case, I only used 3 parabolas. I used a couple more than 3 points. Oops. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 points. But there's really only 3 parabolas they're following. And what's the difference for this is you're going to replace the points with an actual image, either a heart, a happy face, a ghost, anything you want to put in there. So that's going to be the goal. So first, let's open up a brand new Desmos window. And in the settings here, I do that to make it darker, but you can also take off the grid. We'll eventually take off the x-axis and the y-axis. The grid might help a little bit. I'm going to leave it off for now. I think it's a little cleaner without that. First things first, you're going to make several parabolas, so you got to decide where are they going to go. I think 0 is a good place to start. Get rid of that. And then you're going to want to go out to here somewhere. Okay. So if that was 0 and then somewhere was 7, those would be 2 of your points. Okay, and your equation here would be y equals, I'll put x minus 0 because that's one intercept, and minus 7. Notice that 0 and then it's positive 7, but the equation is x minus 7, like we talked about in class. Positive 7 is the 0 because that makes it equal to 0. Now that's facing the wrong way, so we just need to change that with a negative. And then the next thing is, I think that's kind of a high parabola, that's kind of a high arc. We toned that down by putting a fraction. Right now we technically have a 1 in front. If I put like a fraction like 1/4, it goes a lot slower. 1/3 or 1/2. We can change the height of this. The 0 and the 7 control the x-intercepts, and then we control the height of the curve by the stretch using a number in front. Again, bigger numbers make it skinnier, taller. Smaller numbers will make it a little bit wider at the bottom. Okay, so how do you animate with that? Well, in order to animate, instead of y equals, we're going to need fancy notation. We use f of x. Okay. Now, what we're going to want to do is we're going to animate a point that moves along there. So instead of xy, it's going to be a, comma. Instead of y, we're going to say plug in a inside of here, so that's f of a. That's the same as x and y. Okay. A is just some number. And what you'll see right there is as I drag a, the point moves. So when a is 5.7, the y value is that based on this equation. It's just saying 5.7 here, plug it in, and the y value you get is right here. So as a moves back and forth, it goes up and down along the parabola. Now you'll notice it goes off screen for a little bit. I only want it to go from 0 to 7, let's say. So over here I'm going to click, I'm going to change that from 0 to 7. Press play, and now it's only going to bounce between 0 and 7. Okay, back and forth. I can change things like the speed here, make it go a little bit faster, bounce back and forth, make it go really fast. Yeah, that gets a little bit dizzy. Makes you a little bit dizzy there. So we'll go a little bit faster to 2 speed. And then you can change it so it's just one direction. So it just keeps shooting like that, like a cannon or a water fountain or something. So you want to decide what image, where this is going to be coming from. It could be a cannon. It could be flying out of a top hat, out of the chimney of a house, out of a hole in the ground. It can come out of anywhere. That's sort of the fun and the idea of it. You're going to put a image behind this. And then this thingy thing, this point, let's pause it for a second. I want let's say I want a heart. I'm going to go plus here, go plus, and then image. And I got the top hat. Let's see where it got some skulls. There's a heart. Okay, now, once the heart's on here, you click on it. You can resize it. Okay, but it's just going to stay there. The key thing is, notice where the center is. The center is at 0, 0. We don't want the center at 0, 0. We do not want it here at 0, 0. We're going to delete that. And we're going to put in this point, A, comma, F of A. So when we do that, now when we press there, the center of that will move along the points here. All right. And now you have a floating heart. Okay, so we can do, let's call that part 1, and we'll stop the video there. And part 2, I'll show you how to make that in the other direction.